They say in quiet neighborhoods, evil whispers the loudest. Maplewood, Ohio, a picturesque suburb where children played freely on sunlit streets. Neighbors waved from porches, and life seemed untouched by crime. But one summer night in 2016, the tranquility of this town was shattered forever. By morning, a single-family home had become the epicenter of horror. 3 lives were brutally ended. The house locked from the inside, and the neighborhood plunged into fear. When police arrived at 5 a.m., they were met with a scene that seemed ripped from a nightmare. The parents lay lifeless in the living room, the teenage daughter upstairs, strangled on her bed. There were no signs of forced entry, nothing stolen, yet the violence was unmistakable. Officers whispered among themselves, "How could this happen in a house that seemed so ordinary, in a town that felt so safe?" As news spread, Maplewood became a media frenzy. The FBI was called in, neighbors were questioned endlessly, and online forums exploded with speculation. Was it a serial killer? A domestic dispute gone deadly? Or something even more sinister, lurking behind the facade of this suburban paradise? This is the story of a family, a neighborhood, and a mystery that would leave investigators puzzled for years. A case that proves sometimes the most horrifying crimes happen where you least expect them. Crime documentary story, The Silent Suburb Murders. In the heart of Ohio, USA, lies a quiet suburban neighborhood called Maplewood. Families moved here for peace, safety, and the promise of the American dream. Kids rode their bikes freely, doors were rarely locked, and neighbors greeted each other with warm smiles. But in the summer of 2016, this perfect community was shattered when 3 brutal murders took place inside a single-family home, turning Maplewood into the center of a nationwide nightmare. On the morning of June 12, 2016, police received a frantic 911 call from a young boy who had just returned home from a sleepover. His voice was trembling as he whispered to the operator, "My mom, my dad, they're not moving, there's blood everywhere." When officers arrived, they discovered a chilling scene. Both parents were found in the living room, lifeless, with no signs of forced entry. Upstairs in her bedroom, the teenage daughter lay on her bed, strangled. The house was locked from the inside. At first glance, it looked like a robbery gone wrong, but nothing was stolen: jewelry, cash, credit cards, all untouched. The crime felt personal. Investigators were stunned. Who could do this? And why would they leave behind such a grotesque scene without taking anything? The case quickly gained national attention. News vans lined the streets, neighbors gave emotional interviews, and theories spread like wildfire online. Some said it was the work of a serial killer, others suspected a family feud. But the truth, when uncovered, would be far more disturbing than anyone could have imagined.